Hey guys, welcome back with another episode on Tell It to Trevor. Today on my podcast, I have
Jaw Gold.
Jock Gold. Okay, I wanted to say that, but I did not want to say it incorrectly.
Hey,
So,
understandable. Is you know what I mean? You can always call me, the chosen one, the only one, the golden one,
okay,
or Jaw Gold. You feel me? It depends. It's up to you.
so what sparked your interest in the professional wrestling industry?
Oh man, so I feel like just like everybody else. You see it when you're young and you just addicted enough to it where you're just like, man, I got to do it. Like so, while I was doing
Yeah,
other things in life, every time I watched wrestling, I just was like, man, I just got to do it. Like no matter what I'm doing, I'm like, that's gonna bring me happiness. You know what I mean? So I went to Trap House Wrestling. Shout out Trap House
okay,
Wrestling. And my trainers, Pumpkin Morgan, Jerry River, Bobby Fairweather, and Eddie Vega, all helped me and family. Honestly, they really treated me like family. Welcomed me in.
yeah,
Man, I wanted to work. They wanted to train me, so it really took off from there.
yeah. Um, who were the wrestlers you idolized as a kid?
As a kid, definitely I was definitely a DX stan. Triple H, Shawn was definitely my two dudes. The older I got more into international wrestlers. So Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega became my two other dudes from it. So I really like those dudes who can do tag team wrestling as well as single wrestling.
Yeah. Um, how did you get your start in the wrestling world?
Oh man, so my first show technically, I came out. I did they pulled somebody from the crowd. Shout out to the champion Silencio of Hurricane Pro, another guy that took his time to help train me, and he could be selling this to people, the advice he gives to me to other people. But came in, got beat in like 2 seconds, took a finish, 1, 2, 3, boom.
Yeah,
But my first official match was for Trap House Pro against my dude Bobcat Jenkins. I that Bobcat is not only a cool friend but a true rival. He keeps getting better, so it's awesome being able to have that experience with somebody to really gr- grind it out and be like really come into practice and want to get better and want to one up each other.
yeah. Um, how'd you get your? Okay, we already answered that. What was your first match like?
My first match with Bobcat Jenkins was, oh man, we were outside, so it was hot. It was wild because I was so focused on just doing everything correct that I didn't really get a chance to really enjoy all of it. And yeah, I talked to the fans, and had fan interactions, but it was just really going through the motions of it all. So it was so much fun. It was such a reliever once it was over. We got done. I was able to get feedback from people like Haywire, Kenny Calypso, and so many other great people. Just Nick, a lot
Yeah,
of great minds in wrestling was able to talk to me and tell me how I can get it better.
yeah,
Especially Bobby Fay, and my dog Bobby Fairweather. Hey man, that's my wrestling father, my OG, that's my dude. So every time I have a match, he first thing he does, you know what I mean? You got done this, but it's always building me up and making sure I become a better wrestler.
yeah. Um, what are your goals for the future in the wrestling business?
Uh, hey man, my number one goal is definitely to go to New Japan, get me a G1 climax. Uh, and just be a lifer over there and just, spread wrestling, the love of wrestling throughout the
Yeah.
world.
Um, can you describe your wrestling persona or character for the fans around the world?
My persona is my belief of professional wrestling. I believe that we are in the new golden age of professional wrestling. The
Yep.
wrestlers are so much more advanced. We're so much more knowledgeable. We're so much more athletic, and we have so much knowledge from so much great OGs and wrestlers that came before us, and so much film to study and know. So I believe we should conquer that and really create this
Yep.
great era of wrestling. And that's what my gimmick and what I am about.
Can you share a memorable moment from your wrestling career so far?
Uh, man, the most memorable moment I will say is when the Axeman he chopped me. He had a couple chops. And it was him and Jerry River having some wild chops, and they were just going at it. And they just teed off. And I will always remember that because I will get them back for that one day. But yeah, that's my number one memory.
Okay. Um, can you describe the feeling of winning your first championship?
I haven't got one yet. I'm still grinding there to get one. So once I get that first one, because I'm still young in this game, I'm only I want to say like 5 months actual wrestling, 5 6 months at showtime, a
Okay.
year training and everything. So once I get my first one, I'll definitely be back and tell you.
All right. Um, let's see. Um, how do you handle the mental and emotional aspects of wrestling?
Um, so it can be stressful, but I genuinely love it. So it's so much easier. Like wrestling is such a relief to me. Like I could have a horrible day, be able to take a couple bumps, and my day just reset. It's such a joy. So as well as always taking time off for yourself.
Yeah.
Give yourself a chance to relax. Be honest with yourself. If you need help, get help. Um, but yeah, that'd be it.
All right. So we're gonna start this segment called Trev Shock. I think you're familiar with it.
I think that's when you throw the questions out, correct?
Yes, the rapid
Yes,
fire
sir.
questions. I love it when people tell me they're like, "Yeah, we're familiar with it," and then like I'll ask them about it, and they're like, "Oh, that," and I'm like thinking, I'm like, they
Hey
say
man,
they know what it is, but do they?
I listened to the questions. I was like, okay, I think I got it, but hey, we'll see. I
So you do know what the record time is, right?
No, what's the record now?
35 seconds remaining
35 seconds remaining. Bet,
by Corey Dillinger.
bet, Corey. I'm coming after you. Let's get it.
Corey, shots are being fired on every time we have someone on the show. Sorry, Corey.
Hey man,
No disrespect, Corey.
no disrespect, but come on now.
All right. So I'll start the timer after the first question. Um, who were your favorite pre-show snack?
I usually don't eat, but if I do, it's something like chips.
Favorite song?
Future, anything future.
Favorite wrestler growing up?
Triple H. Now that I'm
Favorite
adult, Kota Ibushi.
favorite color?
Orange.
Favorite type of music?
Rapper hip hop.
So you beat it with
Come on now.
33. You did not beat it, but by 2 seconds.
2 seconds. Oh man, that was me saying Triple H. I should have just said Kota Ibushi. Oh my god. It's okay, H man. I guess.
All right. What are the biggest challenges of being a professional wrestler outside of the ring?
Um, Being okay with sacrificing stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta sacrifice. Time with your friends, time with family, eating something. Uh, physical pain. You just have to keep going. You gotta really just sacrifice and sacrifice and sacrifice. Wrestling is very selfish, uh, but if you sacrifice enough, it will reward you. So just keep loving it, and I feel like it will love you back.
Yeah. How do you feel the business side on the wrestling industry and how promoters shape the storylines?
Man, so a promoter's vision is a promoter's vision. I feel like it's not my job to. My job is to
Yeah.
go out there and wrestle. If you wanted me to do this or that, that's just what it has to be. You know what I mean? I feel like a promoter should always think about what's best about the talent, trying to keep talent safe, trying to build talent that's going to be there consistently. Of course, rewarding people who work hard, would always want that and love that. But other than that, a promoters promote and a wrestler should wrestle. That should be it.
Yeah. Trying to scoot back because every time I knock my chair, it misses on my TV.
Yeah.
So if you guys do not know, I'm currently watching the Evolve show. Not spoiling anything just for anybody.
Tap in.
Just even though this episode will be airing after Evolve, but being respectful since I know you're probably going to go watch it right after this.
So, you already know.
They've only announced one match, so
Okay. I got time.
never mind two matches. Um, if you could wrestle any legendary wrestler from the past, who would it be and why?
Oh man. Any legendary wrestler from the past would be probably Steamboat because I love his arm drags. I always want like if somebody could like show me how if he could show me how to do them perfectly like that
Yeah,
and his athletic ability, uh, I just feel like he would be able to like really just create and show me how to be like the best wrestler that could possibly be. Uh, he's one of those guys I think about for like when it just comes to excellence in the
yeah,
ring. Like he might not be most popular guy, but a guy who
yeah.
can actually go. So
If you could go to a wrestling seminar session with any wrestler, who would it be?
it would definitely be Kenny Omega, and anything he's running would be my preference for that. Like, big fan of what he's done, what he's doing. So,
Yeah.
mhm.
Let's see. If you okay, weird. Oh yeah, if you could have a wrestling legend as your mentor, who would you choose? Like I've heard The Undertaker, I've heard Paul Heyman, a bunch of other guys, even
Oh,
what's his, Chris Benoit.
man, so I definitely do my dude Tanahashi. I just feel like again a legend. Another guy, like if I'm bored, I just throw on a Tanahashi match versus whoever, and I'm good. So probably Tanahashi.
What is your opinion on the wrestling crossover events with other sports or entertainment industry? Like how WWE brings in the NFL players, the NBA actors.
Um, they're cool and everything. I always feel like there's a worker that could have gotten the spot for it, and maybe could have boost them up a tad bit. But you know what I mean? It's a business, so people trying to make money, and that performer might actually be a fan and everything. So that's a great opportunity for them and brings new eyes to the sport. So I kind of see it in both lights and everything. So Sorry, straddling the fence on that.
Um, what advice would you give to an aspiring wrestler?
Um, you gotta want it. You gotta
Yeah,
want it more than anything. Like you truly gotta have a need to be great. Like I got so lucky to be blessed with people like Stevie Hendricks, Prince Alexander, uh, people like Chris Lyons, people like I think I said my dog LX3. Uh,
okay.
I just so many great talents. Pedro. Uh, I'm really trying to not leave out anybody. Jay Davis. Uh, you know, it's to be able to talk to and give advice to me and really push this need of I need to want it. Because if you want to be great in this, or you want to, everybody wants to go to WrestleMania or do all this, but they don't understand. Like for you to do that, you have to be better than everybody. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? And I stand, work with, talk to, get advice by so many young giants and so many OGs. So many people who are so great at this that it's such a motivation that like, hey, I this person like believes in me, so I have to be able to get to this level. I got to be able to be as good as them. I got to be one that get better than them. I have to keep pushing it. And
yeah,
so I would say any young person, if you want to, any not just necessarily young, but young to the game, if you want to be a wrestler and you want to be a great wrestler, you want to be somebody who's here forever, you got to want it more than everything and listen to your elders more and listen. Listen is the most important thing you can do in this ring before you can do a somersault, a moonsault, a DDT, a backflip, a punch. Before you can even walk in that ring, got to listen to
yeah,
anybody who done stepped in that ring before you and show respect to them because again, if they're giving you advice, they're showing love.
yeah,
Shout out to my dog Prince Canoe. Shows love every time I see him. He'll give me advice. I know I named them again, but Purple Haze again, take me on the road, talk to me, give me advice. Kenny Calypso, every time I see him, gives me advice. So it's just making sure you're listening uh, and applying what they're saying. Don't just listen and do your own thing. Like really listen and apply.
yeah. Can you talk about a significant feud you had and how it helped you grow as a wrestler?
I would say my current feud, I'm having a feud with Luther Black, Prince Canoe, and Sleo Envy. And I just feel like I'm getting more and more vicious each and every time I see them. So next time I get in the ring with them, which I believe is March 13th for Neo Pro. Shout out to Neo Pro. Uh, yeah, I'm really gonna whoop them. I don't know if I can say what I can say on here, but yeah, I'm
I mean,
growing.
anything's possible in the show.
So I just is getting. I really feeling like the conqueror that I am. So
Yeah. Can you talk about a significant wrestler you clicked with in the ring with?
hmm, man, my dog Bobcat Jenkins. I hate him. I really do. But that's my dude. He really wants. He really loves wrestling. And that's that wrestling spirit that they talk about, that fighting spirit. And so anytime we're in the ring together, I just feel like I get better with him, as well as my trainer, my dude, Eddie Vega, another guy who loves wrestling, who goal is so much bigger than just doing this. He wants perfection. He wants to actually be one of those names that you hear forever. So every time I'm in the ring with Eddie Vega and Bobcat Jenkins, is just really, the
Yeah.
blood gets flowing.
Can you describe your training process and what was the most challenging part?
My training process was it was it was don't get it wrong, it was difficult. It was a lot of nitpicking, a lot of breaking down, a lot of trying to make sure everything was as perfect or damn near perfect as it could be. Making sure that I'm not doing stuff just to do it, that I'm always thinking about building up 3 steps where we're at in the match. How to really create magic and make a moment that people can always remember. So it was, of course, physically tiring. I had to really change how I ate and how I trained. And I trained in training, outside of training, all that. A lot of training, right? Body, mentally, physically, watching wrestling. But I will say it was wonderful. Again, Trap House Wrestling, Trap House Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
I love y'all forever. So
What brings you joy outside of the wrestling world? Like what hobbies?
Um, I'm a nerd, so I'm definitely watching like some One Piece, Pokemon, playing some Pokemon,
Okay.
dueling, Yu-Gi-Oh, watching. If I'm not watching wrestling, I'm watching or anime. I'm watching sports. So I'm a Laker fan, as you see behind me. Shout out to Kobe. Shout out to my Lakers 2 seed. Uh, But yeah, I guess wrestling. Oh, and hang out with family. My brother David,
Yeah.
always Elijah, always. That's my bro forever. That's can't can't. I'll talk for an hour because that's my. What I mean, that's family.
Yeah.
So yeah, always big ups my dude. So
Yeah.
yeah. So that would be me outside of wrestling. But again, wrestling's 24/7, 365.
And then your favorite gear that you have ever had made.
Uh, I still haven't had nothing crazy made for me. I guess right now my boots, they have a German flag. I was born in Bitburg, Germany, so
Okay.
my mother-in-law sewed them in, so I really appreciate her for that. And so right now my boots.
Okay. And then where can they find you on social media?
Y'all can find me at the only one Jaw. It's on Facebook and IG. I'm building up Twitter or X now, so I'll let y'all know about the X. But right now, the only one Jaw at Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah. Um, and then thank you, Mr. Gold, for being on the podcast
Of
today.
course, quick shout out to HOT Wrestling, Neo Pro, Trap House, all the gang from Trap House, everybody y'all know,
Yeah.
Purple Haze, Just Vibing, Jerry, Bobby, the Eddie, Haywire, LX3. I could really go on for days because I got love for all the people that showed love for me. Shout out to you too. You know what I mean? You've been a great host. I'm sorry, you trying to double take. I know you've been working all day, then doing the podcast and trying to watch some wrestling. So I hope you have a great night. I appreciate you having me on. Hopefully I'll be on again.
Yeah. And then thank you guys to the sponsors of Wrestling Evolution. Currently wearing their t-shirt right now. Representing one of the sponsors, ACCW or Apple City Championship Wrestling, and TBD Wrestling, owned by Bojack and 2 other guys.
Shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all too.
And you guys remember there's a t-shirt contest going on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, X. Click the link tree if you are a wrestler and you want to be in the contest. Click wrestlers only. Fill that all out. Your Instagram, your name, shirt size, and which design. And then there's one for the fans. Same setup over there. Just fans only. And then that is all. And then thank you again, Mr. Gold, for being on the podcast.
Of course. Thank y'all.
And then I do remember you were saying before we started recording, this was your first podcast.
Yes, sir. It's my first one, and whenever I come back on, I'll let you know how many I've done in between, or I probably won't remember. But I'll definitely be back, and I'll always remember you. Yeah.
All right. And I hope to see you at one of your shows one day.
Hey, man, I'll let you know. I'll
All
let
right.
you know for sure.
Let me know when you're in the Carolinas or in Virginia or Tennessee.
Bet. That's a definite bet. My people are all over. You know what I mean? So, sh- shout out to my people, everybody at Trap House Wrestling. You know what I mean?
Your people need to hit up me so we can work out some deals, get some sponsorships.
Hey, sounds like a plan. Let's get it going.
All right.